What we do here is go back.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the one and only episode of Content Cuck, a completely shameless ripoff of Content Cop. Now you may remember a rant video in which I tried to expose Endgame the Cube from a while back. This video was actually quite well received, and we ended up working things out. And Blastoon, the target of today's video, I hope does the same. So I'm not trying to attack him personally. Actually, I'm going to attack him personally just because it's a bit fun, but I really want to work things out here. I really want Blastoon to realize that he's made mistakes and that he is not immune to criticism and that someone had to call him out for what he's done. And I'd also like to throw out there that Blastoon, I think, is only 15. If age was really that much of a factor, there would be an improvement over time, hopefully, as he matures more. But that's not really the case. He hasn't really shown a pattern of improvement. Literally, his actions have been pretty much the complete opposite of a fine wine. They've gotten worse over time. So the theme of today's video is to make Blastoon great, as you can see by my professionally made hat. So the reason why the again is not there is because Blastoon had to be great to begin with. But before we get into completely roasting Blastoon, I think we should, share some positivity, because according to this tweet, this is what it's all about. Now, there's one thing I actually really have to admire about Blastoon, and by the way, this is actually not sarcasm, this is a genuine compliment, is the stream quality. The layout is awesome, the video quality is great, and the audio quality is fine. And I really have to appreciate that because there is a lot of production value behind the streams. Now, to help show my appreciation for such a great person, I decided I was going to give him some monetary rewards in his stream.
Whoa! Hey! Yo!
Yeah, there's a ton of eggs, we need to get them on.
Yo, what? Yo, Ashwa just subbed. If you say Michael Termini is amazing, I'll donate $10. Michael Termini. No! Mike, yeah. Alright, Michael Termini is amazing.
I'll suck your penis.
He actually donated $10. That's not. He actually donated $10.
What?
Now, I know someone's saying, now, Michael, you were just trying to aggravate him, and you're absolutely right. I was trying to aggravate him. But you know what? At the same time, I still gave him $12, which is pretty much an amiibo's worth of money. Hopefully that one doesn't get lost in the mail. Now, another thing I really admire about Blastoon is his ability to admit when he's wrong. Now, I'm of the belief that it takes a bigger man to admit his faults than to, hide them and say, oh, well, I'm not flawed. It takes a bigger man to say, hey, you know what? I am flawed. I mess up here, I mess up there, but I'm willing to admit that. And I think that's a true testament of character. Now, Blastoon tried to do this in a video titled, quote, I'm sorry. We're going to analyze this video. We're going to see if Blastoon, was honest in this video. We're going to see if he was, forthcoming. And if any of this activity has actually repeated in the future. So this is pretty much going to be the core focus of today's video.
So, I have a lot of close friends in the Nintendo community, and they always bring up these things that I did wrong throughout the time of my YouTube channel. And I'd like just to clarify everything, to make everything nice and peaceful. There's no drama about it, it's just simply them kidding around and stuff.
No, Jaden. They were not joking. When someone says, hey man, did you give that code and that person clearly won in your giveaway? That's not sarcasm. The whole point of a joke is to be funny. That's not being funny. They're just calling you out for you being a fucking retard. He has held a bunch of giveaways in the past, and he never really gives away the prize that they should have won. Now, before we really bash on him too hard for this, let's just hear him out. Maybe he has some perfectly logical explanations for why he did not give away these items. I mean, he is just clearly a man of logic.
So there's a few giveaways and the winners have not received their prizes. These were like a year or two ago. The first one is a NES amiibo, the one by Marmar the Gamer. Yeah, I did a NES amiibo giveaway since I had 2. Like I got it at a pre-owned GameStop, like alright, since I got 2, it was rare at the time. So I gave it away and Marmar the Gamer won. And that was the time I was moving again, and if you didn't know, I had like 50 to 40 amiibo. Every single one of them got lost in the mail with Super Mario Maker and Splatoon. So I lost a lot of stuff. So when the NES amiibo got lost, I obviously couldn't give it to him.
Now, Blastoon, I know a couple people close to you, and they have confirmed that you actually did lose these items in the mail. And for that, I do feel bad. It's unfortunate, but stuff like that does happen. It's just the way that the USPS and FedEx and, UPS, they all occasionally lose items in the process. It's just the way those companies operate. But with that being said, you still owe Marmar an amiibo. Now, I'm not saying you should have had to give him an amiibo right away. The item got lost and NES amiibo was rare at the time. I understand. I can sympathize with that. So, a solution to this would have been, hey Marmar, you know what? I'm going to give you a common amiibo. Or, I'm going to give you a NES amiibo when they come back in stock. Or, simply, you know what? Here's a $10 eShop gift card. Get what you want. Because you trying to do something would have shown that you actually cared, but rather you used this bad experience of the item getting lost in the mail more or less as an excuse not to give away an item.
Like, he's cool about his stuff, he got an NES amiibo, but so I'd like to give him something back. So Marmar, if you're watching this video, say something, I could do something. If not, you just show with it. It's fine, but I prefer to get you back.
Now, I know that he does own a NES amiibo, and if he actually wanted something, you said that he should DM you, but the fact of the matter is, he shouldn't have to DM you. You promised an item, and you did not deliver. And by saying, you know what, if you want something still, DM me, it kind of puts the pressure upon him. Because if he says, yeah man, I still want something, it kind of makes him look like a bit of a greedy asshole. You should have took the incentive and said, you know what, I sent you a $10 eShop gift card, pretty much the price of an amiibo. I'm sorry for what happened. Hopefully we can make up. And you would have looked so mature. But rather, you decided to go for the low blow instead of the high blow.
Next we have Pokemon Yellow and Red Japanese Game Boy Color games, won by Typhlosion Plays. So I did this giveaway like about a year ago, and the winner was Typhlosion Plays. And honestly, have nothing to say about it. I did not send it. Typhlosion Plays, I've been trying to message him, I messaged him like 2 weeks ago for his address. I haven't got a response yet and stuff, because I would like to clarify everything and send it to him. I even spoke to him yesterday, he was in my stream. We all cool and stuff, there's no problems. I'll just like to clarify that.
Assuming Typhlosion did not send you his address, there's not really much you can do. You're acting to the best of your abilities, and you're absolutely in the right. Now, this also goes for the World of Nintendo giveaway too, as if you did do what you said in this video, which I can't confirm for that, then you are in the right. But, according to Typhlosion himself, he actually sent you the address, but he deleted it in fear of what you would do with it. Now guys, I'm not Professor Layton, I'm not Sherlock Holmes, and I'm certainly not Phoenix Wright, but I don't think it takes a genius to think and ask the question, well, why was Typhlosion afraid to send you the address?
We all cool and stuff, there's no problems. I'll just like to clarify that.
And the answer is quite simple, Blastoon. You have threatened to expose people's personal information multiple times. And while I don't have any clips of this, I have heard this from numerous sources that would like to remain anonymous, but I will ask them and I will put their names here if they want to be in the video. But you have done this before, and you know it. And there's a reason Typhlosion was scared to send it to you. Because he knew that with that power you could do something. If you noticed this, and if Typhlosion said something about it, you should have, again, went with a digital giveaway for something like an eShop gift card. Typhlosion could have also said something too. I'm not saying he's entirely in the right in this situation, but there is a lot of things that need to be asked here, really specifically, why he was scared to send it. Now, Blastoon, there's actually another thing you forgot to mention in this video, actually another giveaway, and this is for the Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS Corn Code giveaway. I also think you gave away a Bayonetta one, but I didn't try to get in contact with that person. I am only doing the Corn one for the sake of argument. Now, the winner of this giveaway was a guy who goes by the name of Nintensquid. So, he was supposed to receive the code a while back for, Corn to unlock the fighter in the game. Pretty cool giveaway, huh? But, following the tendencies of the past, Blastoon did not give away this code, and he did not send it to him. I know that's very unlike him. Well, to be fair, Nintensquid doesn't seem to mind now as, he doesn't own the game anymore, he doesn't play it. It still doesn't make what you did right. you have this tendency just not to send people what they deserve, what they want fair and square. The whole point of a giveaway, Blastoon, is that you benefit from subs, likes, and comments, but the winner also benefits by getting a cool item. That's the entire point of a giveaway. You practically nullify half of the contract by not sending out an item. It is not only despicable, it's scummy, it's slimy, and it makes you look like a piece of shit. And I have done plenty of giveaways on my channel before, but see, the difference between me and you is I actually send out the items. Every giveaway I have done, I have properly gave the person the items that they rightfully deserve. And yes, giveaways can be very good for channels, but when you do it like Blastoon does, it will only serve to stab you in the back.
Another thing, this is a really big thing, is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse and Life Speed review. So I got these two free games from the company, the Way Forward company, and another company that made the game called Lifespeed. These are two indie games on the Nintendo 3DS that I got for free for a reviewer's purpose. And I did not review them. Mainly, Shantae, I was just starting building my 3DS collection, and I wanted to bring my channel to do more reviewer-type videos, because those are the videos I was really into at the time. And then I actually contacted Way Forward, and they said, yeah, do it. So I actually planned and stuff. I had like a little idea and stuff, but then I was trying to record. At the time, I had to have my really kind of meh phone recording my 3DS, and it just wasn't even good quality, so I didn't want to upload something that a company did not want to see.
So let me get this straight. The reason you did not review a game is that you could not produce a video to the quality standards of a company. Now, I don't think it takes a genius, Blastoon, to think, well, if I can't review this game to the company's standards, maybe I shouldn't ask for it. Now, to give an example, I am going to use me as an example, and again, I'm not trying to do this to boost my own ego, I'm just doing it because it's a good example of what you should do. I have actually been asked by companies, I'm not going to name them, I've been asked by, I think, 2 companies before to do a 3DS game review, and I declined both of them, for the very specific reason of, I don't have the proper equipment to do a review, so I'm not going to do it. And the only review I've ever done, which is one I actually requested to do by the maker of the game, I asked him, I sent him an email, say, hey, could I review this, get a review code, was Aviary Attorney on the PC, because I knew I could record the game via Fraps. And sure, when I look back upon the video, it wasn't my best work. But at least I put in some effort. And Blastoon, you also dicked and fucked over the employees at WayForward and WeeMan Studios by not making a review, as they just lost whatever the game cost because you got the game for free and you didn't do anything with it. It's scummy. And frankly, you should be held responsible for these actions, and you should be blacklisted and never be allowed to review a game in your fucking life again for these reprehensible actions.
And same thing with the Lifespeed review. Basically, I got it like probably half a year ago, and I just never done it. And I feel bad because me and my friend ToonSquid, we got it at the same time. He did his review, but now if I do the reviews for these 2 games, it would kind of be like, you know, out of the blue, since the time I got them, like, they were new games wanted to be reviewed for. So yeah, I'm gonna keep in contact with the companies. Like right after this video, I'm gonna email them because I'm pretty sure I still have their emails, and then we could work out something. I could say sorry and stuff, or maybe I just gotta do a full review or something.
Now, I would also like to add, for the sake of this video, that ToonSquid, someone who also received a copy of Lifespeed, actually did a review. And sure, he was like you. He didn't have the equipment necessary, and maybe he shouldn't have asked for the code in retrospect, but he has something called pride, and something called a worth ethic, so he actually made the video. And sure, it's not the best video. I'll be the first to admit it. ToonSquid's my friend, so when I say, ToonSquid, your video fucking sucked, it fucking sucked. But at least he tried. And frankly, it takes more effort to try than just avoid something. Unlike you, on the other hand, who just sat there and did nothing. And don't you dare use age as an excuse for this, because, fun fact, ToonSquid is younger than you. But he's also much more responsible and much more mature.
Next, here's a new thing. So I got a Nintendo Switch product from the company called Dobie. So Dobie is an amazing company. I got Joy-Con grips, Joy-Con wheels, and a Nintendo Switch case. So yeah, I got these about a month and a half ago, and I haven't done a review on them because I actually have another company sending me stuff, and I want to do like a Lamar Wilson type video. Basically, I have an entire Nintendo Switch haul, basically shouting out the companies and going in depth with them.
Now this is actually a good idea, Blastoon. I like the idea of comparing two different accessories from two different makers to see, which one is the higher quality product. That's a great idea, and it could actually be informative and help out the consumer. So I'm all in for that. Now I have just one question for you though. This video was uploaded on July 30th. And this video is coming out on the 8th of November. Excuse the crappy audio, this came out way later than I anticipated. So, it has been practically 3 months, and you still have not made this video. Well, isn't that quite confusing?
But it's taken some time because the company had been giving me some delays. This is a different company. So yeah, Adobe, I'm sorry about that. I messaged you on Facebook Messenger, so we all good and stuff. I'm just saying there's a little delay for that. But that video will be coming out soon.
Okay, so you explained that the units got delayed from the other company, which is, fine. If that was the case, it got delayed. They'll probably get you a bit late, but a 3-month delay seems a bit unlikely. Now, it could be that you never received the copies and you only got the, the accessories from Adobe, which is fine. In which case, you should just make a video on the Adobe products because you still have an obligation to that company to review the things that you have received.
And then the final thing I could think of is the Nintendo brand ambassador situation. So about 2 years ago.
Now Blastoon, by using the powers of liked videos on Twitter, we can see that you uploaded the video claiming you were an ambassador on February 27th of 2016. So just remember this date, it comes in handy later.
I know it was a Nintendo press email, it was like Nintendo PA, something like that. And then I had a few people tell me that were also brand ambassador saying like, oh yeah, like that's email and stuff. It's called like Nintendo PA ambassador.
So, to clarify things, because Jaden doesn't do a very good job explaining things here, he received an email from Nintendo. Now, this was the official Nintendo PR email. This is the one that people like Mason of Delfino, CND, Lamar Wilson, all those guys get stuff from. So this is legit. And he actually did check this with other people. So he, had a rational thought and said, well, I guess I must be in, which is totally fine, and I'm not going to blame him for that.
So yeah, and then I got like another email saying like there was a mistake or it's canceled or something, because obviously I was too young and I didn't know much about it. I'm like new to YouTube, so it's completely understandable. I'm Nintendo brand ambassador. I was for like 2-3 weeks, and then some other stuff happened.
No, Blastoon, you were not a Nintendo brand ambassador for 2 to 3 weeks. You were mislabeled as a Nintendo brand ambassador for 2 to 3 weeks. That's like claiming that Al Gore was president when he wasn't. Now, remember when I said keep that date in mind. The beginning of this ambassador incident was on February 27th. So let's just say, for the sake of just easy math, the 1st of March. And by using the power of his own Instagram account, on March 29th, we can clearly see that his bio still claims that he was a Nintendo brand ambassador. Now, we can use the power of Twitter to see what people were tweeting at him using the word ambassador. Now, we can see that people use this from around the beginning of April to the end of April. So let's just say mid-April, make it easy. Now, that's not 2 to 3 weeks. The beginning of March to mid-April. And let's just say those are all fake. Let's just say the end of March. You still continue to lie. Now, you used to gain followers and subscribers, which is not only wrong, but it's incredibly scummy. You held up a lie claiming that you were a Nintendo brand ambassador when you weren't. And I specifically remember you doing this. So guys, what did we learn from this video? We learned that Blastoon lies about reviews, he lies about giveaways, and that he lied about being a Nintendo brand ambassador. But guys, I have 3 points I want to make before this video's over. Let's start with number 1. You have yet another review copy that you have not done. Blastoon, on the 4th of this month, you received Golf Story for the Nintendo Switch, a game that is very interesting to me as it's kind of a combination of like Earthbound and a golfing game, which is pretty cool. Now, if we look on how long to beat, we can see that this game only takes around 14 hours to beat. It's not the longest thing out there, it's not entirely that short either. But, we have a rough guesstimate on how long that would take you to actually play and review. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks I think is even a bit generous, but let's just say it was. Now, if we look on your Nintendo Switch under the Friends category, we can see that you have not played Golf Story for any amount of time. Now, if this has changed before I upload this video, I will mention the accurate figure here. I will mention if he has streamed it, if he has reviewed it, or anything. But for now, this is the case. And if this does change in the future, I will try to keep you guys updated. But Blastoon, again, you have yet to review this. And it's unacceptable that you are saying, oh, I'm going to review it to all these companies, but you're just dicking them. You're not. You're not reviewing it. You are a complete liar, Blastoon. And you have proved this so many times that I can't even believe I have to say this again. You'd think you would have learned from these incidents in the past, but clearly you have not. Me and someone else, we had a Discord call with you, and I said stuff I shouldn't have said. We shouldn't have called you out the way that we did, but, you know, we were being immature at the time. We were like, that would be funny if we did this. And it was very dumb. We shouldn't have handled the things the way that we did, but we did it. And I'm going to apologize for the way that we handled things right now. Well, Jaden, I could bring up so many other things in this video. Your alternate accounts that you use to boost your likes, how you like to give oral to your bedpost, the numerous 3DS and computers you have broken, how your fetish for Serena and other Nintendo characters, or how you love the ride CND's cock. You know what they say, Blastoon? A picture is worth 1,000 words, and I think I have painted that picture beautifully. I have not only proved that you are a liar, I have not only proved that you don't do giveaways properly, and I have also proved that you just love to scam companies. But, you know, that's fine. If you want to keep doing these things, you'll just look like a scumbag. But I would really like you to learn from this. So, just to hammer in these points one more time, we made a completely shameless ripoff of Asian Jake Paul called Nintendo Jake Paul, featuring James, aka LOLOLOLOL, aka Dr. Hulock. Now, this is incredibly cringy, but you know what? I had a lot of fun making it, so we're going to keep it in. Calling all units. Lies fired. Lies fired in front of GameStop. There's about to be a 1096 in progress. Send in all available subbites. Send in the backups. Send in the big pack. Send in the chain chomp unit. Send in the... shit. You wanna be famous with all the clickbait lies and shit, but if it's cool, that's how you'll act. You'll be dead after this hit. Oh no, you getting pissed? Gonna make a response to this? You gotta be fucking kidding me. A fake reviewer who gets shit for free? Talk like you're eating some post. Don't even know how to roast. All you do is try to boast. Your channel's gonna be toast. All not impressed. Think I did this all alone. Well, I didn't, little bitch, cause I got iDubbbz clone.
Woo! You have been lying. Ever since the little Pokeballs are hanging. Let subs think you did it all. When you're basically Nintendo's very own Jake Paul. How bad? You try to get games for free. Disappoint all your viewers by fleeing instead of giving them what they came to see? Boy, gotta lie. Gotta lie. Because when you've got no amigos, replace it with an amiibo. You really don't see your subs cringing so hard, mentally scarred they're so tired of your collection of Pokemon cards? No. You think they're gonna say,
oh my god, you're super cool. And your target vlogs make me drool. You earn my subscription, you're not about the profit. I'll make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. You're goddamn ironic, so do your best to change. Because if you don't, you are fucking deranged. This boy does the giveaways, but really does he, huh? Where's the core and code? It's in your boyfriend's load. You're like Mason without the talent. Like CND, but mentally challenged. Like Derv, but actually, yeah, you're a lot like Derv.
Say you're going to read games, but dude, you're gonna post a survey. How can you claim that's not lame when you're scared to go on and Termini?
Little hoe, little bitch, suck my 6.9-inch post. The minute that we just won this debate, ignore us and you will accept your fate. Get it? Because what you're doing is wrong, and failing to change will only send your channel to the grave. This rap may be cringy, but you know this is all fucking true. Jesus Christ, you're a stabler as a Tumblr user. Lying about anxiety and shit? What a fucking loser!
whatever you promised to give away, you don't. When you say you quit, you won't. Feel like you're so high in the goddamn YouTube throne. I know that you're definitely gonna lose your cool. You put this on yourself. You'll make yourself look like a tool. You keep blaming others for shit. When you do the same, there's so much drama with you in the name. When others call you out, you get inflamed. You're hypocritical, a liar, and stupid to say the least. So now when I think about it, you're actually just like Mr. Beast.
Subs, ads, and the clicks and the views, and I think this video left you a little screwed.
Now we're finished with this. It was pretty fun, I must admit, but I got one question to ask you, bro. What's the $10 good, though? Well, all that being said, Blastoon, I would really like to show you the folly of your ways and about the immature actions you have done. My Twitter DMs are open if you would like to talk about this. I'm more than willing to. Also, if you want to chat, like in Google Plus or Discord call, I'm all game. But with that being said, I am going to keep this video up as a reminder of the terrible actions you have done. And if you do decide to reprimand these actions, that's fine, and I encourage that you do. But this video will stay up no matter what. 1,000 years from now, assuming YouTube's still a thing, it will be up. Again, my Twitter DMs are open, and thank you guys for watching. Make Blastoon great.